In today's video, we'll be reviewing my entire crypto portfolio and seeing how much money I've made trading some cryptocurrencies. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Commonlad, and if you're new here, I make tons of different videos surrounding things like selling stuff on eBay, investing in now crypto, and Instagram marketing and things of that nature. If it sounds like stuff that might interest you, please consider subscribing. And with that out of the way, we're going to be diving right into my entire crypto portfolio. It's relatively on the smaller side, but currently I do hold two different coins, which would be Bitcoin and Ether. I decided to make the move a little while ago as I saw some of the cryptos gain a lot of momentum, and I decided to put a certain percentage of my portfolio into the cryptocurrency space. I've done a little bit of trading here and there in it, but for the most part I'm looking for those long-term holds and gains. Overall though, I've been pretty excited about the space, and I'm looking more and more into it on the daily and figuring out how I can involve myself more in the crypto world. Anyway, I figured a good start to that would just be buying a few different coins, learning more about them, and seeing what it's all about. So with all that said, let's jump into my portfolio. It's held through WealthSimple, and we'll get into why I do that here in a little bit. I know there's some much better platforms that you can use to trade and hold your cryptocurrencies, but I use WealthSimple for mine. Nevertheless, let's jump in and take a look at it first, and then I'll break down why that is. Alright guys, so here we are actually inside of my crypto portfolio, and you can see that it's got a total value of $649.39. This will probably change 100 times throughout this video because crypto is just that volatile, but nevertheless, actually there it does just go down by $1. But anyway, down here are my two holdings of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you can see that Ethereum has actually just crossed $5,000 Canadian again, which is great. It's making a strong recovery after falling nearly down to 4,500, I believe. And Bitcoin sitting right around 62,000, which is also making a slight recovery. This is promising. I was actually going to buy some more Ether today and make that part of this video, but at 5,000, I'm a little uncomfortable buying that high. I would like to wait till ideally it's in the mid fours, even low fours if that happens again. But anyway, let's take a look at what we have. Let's start with my Ethereum holdings right here. We've got Ethereum valued at just over $5,000 right now, and you can see that I own almost 0.10 of a coin. My average price on it was $46.85. Now that's not entirely true because I had made some trades before that got me here, but I'll kind of explain that in a little bit. Anyway, you can see right now we're up a solid $31, about 6.8%, which is not too bad. And the total value is reaching $500. Now here's where I wanted to break some stuff down. We can see that I had a market buy initially of $100, and if we click on this, we can see that we bought it at $3,089. Keep in mind that this is a $5,000 coin right now. And then I managed to put another $100 in. This one I got at an even better price of $2,700 per coin. It's also not showing here, but actually before April 14th, I had another $100 in around the $2,800 mark. So that was $300 in total invested in Ethereum. However, then the day came when a huge rush happened on the coin. The price jumped over the $4,000 mark, and I decided that I was going to sell my position and try to buy in at a lower amount. So you can see here that I did a market sell for $412. This was up over 40%, on a return basis after what I bought it for. With about $300 in, we profited about $112, which is not bad at all. And you can see here, I actually executed the trade at over 4,000. I think it was about 4,040, but it actually executed or actually sold at 3,900, and that's because with WealthSimple, it varies quite frequently in terms of the difference in price from what the actual price of the coin is and what it will actually sell or buy for. Anyway, nevertheless, a solid trade there, and I figured I would work my way back in at a lower number. When it fell a little bit, maybe down, about 3,500, I would buy back in and then try to, run it up to 5. Anyway, unfortunately, that never happened, and the Ethereum price did not really go back down. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting for my opportunity to buy, but unfortunately I just couldn't get in less than what I sold for. Then comes the next rush though, and this is when it starts to hit 43, 44, and it starts to look like it's gonna run up to 5. So I took all $412 and I put it right back into Ethereum, and I valued it here at $4,600 a share, which is our current holding in it, and that is sort of the run right now. You can see here that the total purchase price was $412, but they do take an operational cost on the crypto buying and selling. Nevertheless, we had $400 of Ethereum at, again, 4,600-ish mark, which is not terrible, but unfortunately I would have done better if I had just held. I also did one more buy here just to add a little bit to the stakes. I put another $50 in just for fun at about 4,700, which averaged me up just slightly, but nevertheless bought us a little bit more Ether. And that brings us to today, around $5,000 a coin, and we're up 6.85%. But if we look here even at the 24-hour, we can see that it was sitting as low as 4,300. Probably should have bought some more there, although I wasn't sure how much more money I wanted to put into this at the moment. But nevertheless, we can see it's quite volatile here, and it's worked its way all the way back up to 5,000. Looking at the 1 week, we can see that we were over 5,000 a few days ago, and then plummeted right down to 4,300 at the low, and then all the way back up now to 5,000. We were actually up to $5,200 at one point here, which is insane. Anyway, the main reason why I own Ethereum now is because I'm still super bullish on the entire principle of the Ethereum network, and this is actually Ether, the coin that they pay out for running the Ethereum network. Nevertheless, because I'm so optimistic about the entire thing and the way that it can work in much different ways than Bitcoin, I do believe that this coin could be valued upwards of $10,000 in one day. So for that reason, I'm going to continue to dollar cost average my way into this coin over the course of multiple months to come, and we'll see how we do on it, and that's just sort of my optimistic approach. I don't think it's going to fall too hard. I don't think it's ever going to go below the $3,000 mark again, so I'm pretty optimistic that we'll keep our money in it. But I do understand that this is crypto and the space is super volatile, and the money that I put in here is money that I'm willing to lose and I'm comfortable with, and that's what I would suggest anybody else looking to get into crypto is just to put up money that you don't mind losing. Essentially, I spent it and it's gone. Okay, I was saving the worst for last, but now let's break into my Bitcoin investing, which has been nothing but trouble. 62,000 is the current price of Bitcoin, and do I even want to scroll down to show you my average price? Okay, there it is. $80,256 was my average price on Bitcoin. If we look here on the 3-month, I basically bought in at the absolute peak. Look at 79,000. I don't even think it hit 80,000, but again, with that discrepancy between the WealthSimple price and the actual price of the coin, I think I got charged up a little bit on it. If we look here on the year, I basically bought it at the peak, the height of the coin, the highest price that it's ever been. Yeah, it's not great. I think I put $200 into it. We're down to $155. Our total return's down $44. So yeah, I put $200 into it, and it's not been good. I'm still bullish on this one as well. I know that, you know, Elon Musk has been influencing the coin a lot, and with him stopping taking it for Tesla now is going to definitely cause some harm, but I still think that with the US inflation rates and those numbers, companies are going to be looking for alternatives to store their money in, and, you know, crypto and Bitcoin is a great source. So yeah, am I concerned about this investment? Not a whole lot. I mean, I think it will recover, and I think we could even pass that $100,000 Canadian mark here soon, but for right now, we're losing pretty bad on it. I'm excited though to see what this has in store for the future. I mean, Bitcoin being strictly a currency is really interesting, and to see if it will actually hold its value up against a lot of the up-and-comer blockchain tech and different coins will be interesting, because I think there's a lot more that can be done with the blockchain technology besides just act as a coin like Bitcoin. But for right now, I'm just going to hold it, and I'm going to hold it until it's in the profit. I do not intend to sell this guy for a loss basically ever. I will run it down to zero if we had to, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, ideally we either make money or I lose it all, but that's kind of the play here. I've got $0 available to trade at the moment. Anytime I put any money in this portfolio, I dump it all into coin. I don't want to store any money in it. And there we can see it's $650 tops Canadian right now. And if we look here at the 3-month, you can kind of see the performance of it. Here's where I've been making some deposits. And then we can see that it went all the way up to our peak at $669. And we're basically almost there now again, which is cool to see. And we can still see my net deposits are $550. So we're still up over $100 here, which is not bad at all. Okay, now I want to break down why I stuck with using WealthSimple Crypto here instead of using some of the other popular brokerages and trading platforms for cryptocurrencies out there. As somebody who's a huge fan of dividends, interest, and passive income, it may have seemed like a much better idea for me to store my coin in a platform that would actually pay me for holding it with them. There's different platforms out there, like BlockFi, I believe, is one, that will pay you interest for holding your coin with them, and they'll pay it out monthly at a certain percentage based on which coin it is. There are also some better exchanges out there where you can get a better rate and less fees on your coin trading. These all would have been great alternatives to the platform that I'm using, but the reality is, at the end of the day, the reason why I'm not using them is just for simplicity reasons. It's not a whole lot of money in coin right now in my account, $600. I mean, it's a fair amount, but it's not enough to justify setting up, I think, you know, multiple new platforms just to get a little bit off of the fees or to get a little bit of interest every single month. Although, be aware that I am fully intending on opening those accounts in the future and taking advantage of all those benefits that they have to offer. I'm also not super confident that the whole interest idea on the coin that you hold will be paid out at as high of rates as it is right now in the future. But nevertheless, I suppose anything is better than nothing, so I am definitely looking at that for the future. But for right now, at the moment, I will be holding my coin with WealthSimple Crypto, and eventually we'll be looking to port it over to something in the future. Who knows, perhaps even a hard wallet or something like that to store my coin in, but again, if I'm looking to trade it, I'm just not really sure what I'm doing with it yet, to be fully honest, but we'll figure out a solution that matches what I plan to do with it in the future here. I'm just not 100% sure, and for simplicity reasons, I stuck with WealthSimple Crypto. So there we have it. That's an entire breakdown and look at my crypto portfolio as of right now. Again, not a super huge portfolio by any means, but I am looking to build it up here, and hopefully we'll pass 1,000 here in the next couple months. I also want to address really quickly the WealthSimple trade challenge that we were doing here, our 0 to 10,000 challenge that's going to be done by the end of the year. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about it and where it's at. It will be coming back. I was struggling a little bit with some of the TFSA things, and I was moving some money around into different places to sort of reorganize and restructure how I was going to do things. But nevertheless, I will be back, and we will have all the positions that we held before in a new portfolio now, so I'm gonna move some things around and I'll continue the series here likely in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned for that video. It will be a little bit different in terms of where we left off, but we'll be able to pick right up where we left off and continue building that portfolio out and hopefully reaching our goal. With that all said, if you guys want to follow my progress either on the investing side or on the crypto side or even on the business side, like the things I do behind me, I would recommend subscribing to the channel and also leaving a like on this video, letting me know that you enjoyed it and that I should make a follow-up part 2 to it. Leave your comments down below of what you think about my holdings, what platforms you think I should be using to exchange cryptocurrencies on, and what you think I should be doing with the money that I have in crypto right now. Should I be selling? Is there a crypto winter coming? Who knows? Let me know down below what your opinions are and your thoughts. Is this all just a huge waste of money? It's all gonna tumble on me? It might, so we'll see, but I wanna know what you guys think down below in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys all in the next one.